Before we begin answering the interview question, the very first thing we should do is identify who we are. Never jump straight into writing the answer. The question says, imagine you are Kent Linville. So, our first question should always be, who is Kent Linville, and where is he mentioned in the passage? If we look back at paragraph 4, we find that Kent Linville is one of the owners of the Tree Hotel. Together with his wife, Britta Linville, he created the Tree Hotel after being inspired to protect the forest and allow people to experience nature. Since we are answering as Kent, we must stay in his role throughout the entire response. That means we should write using words like I, my, and we, instead of talking about Kent in the third person. Now that we know who we are, the next step is to read the interviewer's question very carefully before looking back at text B. The interviewer asks, some local people think that your tree hotel might have a negative effect on our forest environment. What is your opinion and why? Before searching for evidence, break the question into two simple parts. First, ask yourself, what is Kent's opinion? Second, ask, why does he think that? Once you know exactly what the question is asking, you can start looking for the relevant information in the passage. To score full marks in this question, always remember one simple formula, which is give your viewpoint, followed by supporting details from the passage and then followed by development. Every successful interview response follows this structure, which means first, you have to give your opinion clearly. Then support it with evidence from text B. Finally, explain or develop each supporting point so that your answer is complete and convincing. So, let's begin with the viewpoint. Kent's opinion is very clear. He does not believe that the tree hotel has a negative effect on the forest. Instead, he believes it actually helps to protect it. This clear opinion should appear right at the beginning of your answer because it earns the mark for the viewpoint. Next, we need to find supporting details from text B. The first piece of evidence is that the land was bought before it could be used for logging. This means the trees were saved instead of being cut down. The second supporting detail is that the tree hotel was built in an environmentally friendly way. For example, the mirror cube has special glass that prevents birds from flying into it, showing that wildlife is protected. Another supporting detail is that guests are encouraged to enjoy peaceful walking tours instead of noisy activities such as snowmobile safaris. This helps keep the forest quiet and protects its natural surroundings. Finally, we know that the Linvilles care deeply about the forest and created the Tree Hotel to share their love of nature with visitors rather than damage it. Now it's time to write the response. Since we are Kent Linville, remember to write in the first person, using I and we. Our final answer would be, I do not believe that our tree hotel has a negative effect on the forest. In fact, I believe it helps to protect it. We bought the land before it could be used for logging, which meant the trees were preserved instead of being cut down. We also built the tree hotel in an environmentally friendly way, including special glass that prevents birds from flying into it. In addition, we encourage guests to enjoy peaceful walking tours rather than noisy activities such as snowmobile safaris, helping to protect the natural surroundings. We care deeply about the forest and want visitors to appreciate and respect its beauty, so protecting the environment is one of our main priorities. This answer would surely achieve full marks. It begins with a clear viewpoint, immediately answering the interviewer's question. It then supports that viewpoint with several relevant details taken directly from text B, such as saving the forest from logging, building the hotel sustainably, and encouraging environmentally friendly activities. Each of these points is further developed by explaining how they help protect the forest and wildlife. Throughout the response, we remain in the role of Kent Linville by using the first person, and every opinion is supported by evidence from the passage. By following the simple formula of viewpoint followed by supporting details, then followed by development every time, you will give yourself the best possible chance of scoring full marks in the interview-based question.
So, that brings us to the end of paper 1, the reading paper. I hope this lesson has helped you understand exactly how to approach each question with confidence. The notes, the specimen paper, and all the resources used in this video are attached in the description as well as in the pinned comment, so be sure to check them out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Happy studying, and all the best for your Cambridge examinations.